You know what time it is. That's right, top 10s. That's right, we're coming into the last week of the year. And so today I want to start going over the first top 10, which is going to be top 10 Pokemon sealed investments from 2022. That's right, we are closing out the year with a bang. We're sliding into a new era of Pokemon into 2023 with Scarlet and Violet. So let's take a look at the last year and the top 10 investments for sealed product in 2022. Alright, so just before I get into this, we might be at 2,500 subscribers, and if we are, thank you very much. If we are, I will be doing a little side video that'll explain the giveaway and stuff. I don't want to go into much details into these particular videos on it, especially since I don't know if we've technically made it. We were 15 away as of the recording of this here before Christmas. I'm hoping by the way that we've been growing that we've crossed over that line, and if we have, of course, great opportunities for the giveaway coming for these Pokemon products. Of course, the Charizard UPC, the Hidden Fates tin, a booster box of Silver Tempest, and a booster box of Lost Origin. So once again, I'm not going to go into great detail on this because I want to have this video be kind of a clean slate when it comes down to what's being put into here. So what I'm going to take a look at now is the top 10 products for sealed investment in Pokemon in 2022. These are not set in stone on this list. This is my personal list on where I rank these items. You may rank some of them higher. You may rank some of them lower. You may not even have some of these on the list. But in general, I feel that these are going to be very good investments over the next few years, even the next 10, 20, even 30 years, if you want to hold on to these products that long. So once again, these are some great items. Some of them still have great opportunities right now to purchase them and get in them at a really good price. But as a disclosure, I'm not going to tell anybody to purchase any of these products now. The markets may change, things may drop. It's your decision as an investor to make the best call on when to purchase it for you. And that's the most important thing at the end of the day. So I don't want anybody to come back saying, well, you told me to buy it now. No, I'm not. I'm telling you that these are going to be the best products that come out of 2022. So let's start it off with the number 10. Number 10 is going to be the Charizard UPC. I know a lot of people probably have this higher on some lists, but personally to me, I was really excited about this product. I saw some really good potential in this product. I thought this product would do extremely well, but then there was so much of it. There is just tons of it, and they have not stopped it from showing up. It just keeps coming. GameStop currently, fantastic price. You can buy two, get one free. A lot of places are selling these at $80 a booster box. If you look around really closely, you might be able to find them for $70. I found a couple spots that I could purchase them at $70 a piece. Once again, I know that this is a great product. I know overall as an investment, this will do extremely well. That's why it is on this list. And I know it just snuck in at that number 10 spot, but I feel it's going to take a long time before the market completely absorbs all this product that's available for the Charizard UPC. Doesn't mean that it's not going to do well. No, I think that it'll be absorbed eventually. We probably won't see MSRP pricing come back on this until maybe early May, April, May, right in that range before we might see this product get back to MSRP. It might even not be until the third quarter of the year. But overall, I think that we will see this get back to MSRP as the market absorbs this. I think it won't take much once you can't find this product out there. And once a lot of these LGSs and stores start to sell out of this product, then it'll become more scarce and the price will start to shift up because, hey, it's Charizard. Charizard always does fantastic in the Pokemon TCG. And yes, there's a ton of it, but hey, it's a hiccup in the market. We can deal with it and we can move forward as it moves out of the print phase and just goes into what's left out there in the markets. So once again, great investment. A little bit low on the list just because the amount of product available and the current pricing on this is a great opportunity to jump in on a lot of these UPCs right now and jump in on them. But once again, your call, not mine. Next product we're going to put on the list at number 9. Number 9 is going to be the Lost Origins Pokemon Center ETB. Once again, I like this ETB. I think it has good character. I think the way the artwork is done on this box is flashy. It stands out in your Garantina collections. Overall, Diamond and Pearl collectors are going to really enjoy this as we move forward in time and as things kind of progress in Pokemon. More and more of those Diamond and Pearl era people are going to get more expendable money and they're going to be looking for items such as this. I think that Pokemon may have jumped the gun a little bit when it came down to going after that era, because a lot of the people that started in that era or that remember that era, which there wasn't a ton, it was a really slow period in the Pokemon TCG at that point, but the people that did start are still in like their mid-20s, so they really aren't getting completely into expendable money. They're starting to move that direction. They're starting to get it. Some people are very adamant, and there are those collectors, but I think as time moves on and time progresses on some of these things, in the next 5, even 10 years, we're going to see more of those Diamond and Pearl people start to get into the hobby. And pieces like this Lost Origins, Pokemon Center ETB is going to be a target for them when it comes down to it. So I think that this is a great opportunity to jump in on this particular Pokemon Center ETB. Also, Lost Origins with that Garantina card doing so well when it comes down to it, and also that really hot trainer gallery in this set is definitely a win-win when it comes down to this particular item. Moving on to number 8. Number 8, I put in the Arceus UPC. Yeah, it's a couple ahead of the Charizard UPC, but for good reason. Yes, it isn't as desired as a Charizard UPC. More people went after the Charizard UPC, not realizing how much there was going to be produced. But in general, I think the more limited print of this Arceus UPC, plus it has not dropped below MSRP on the secondary market, or it's right at it. It hasn't really gone down that far from that point, even though you can go to GameStop right now and get it for $20 under, just because they're having sales right now at the end of the year. So you have an opportunity to maybe catch a little bit of a gain right off the bat when it comes down to this particular product. Get a little bit extra value for your buck on this particular item with that secondary market versus the primary market at GameStop. Once again, I think it's a great box. I think it looks fantastic. It's a good display piece for those Diamond and Pearl. And of course, that's to be expected, considering that this whole last sets have all been geared around that Legends of Arceus game and Diamond and Pearl coming back. So overall, I think that it's a great opportunity to purchase this item still. I think there's some great times to jump in and get this with that $20 discount off of that particular box. And overall, I think that this will perform extremely well in the next 5 years, especially as more Diamond and Pearl people get more expendable money from that era. So it's going to take a little bit of time. I think it'll do really well. I do think it will outperform the Charizard UPC for at least the near term when it comes down to the investment spectrum of this particular items. Number 7. Number 7, I put the Silver Tempest Pokemon Center ETB. I know some people are wondering why I picked that one over the Lost Origins, and I was back and forth between the two of them on which way to put them on this particular list. But I do like the Silver Tempest Pokemon Center ETB. I think overall it's got a very nice display ability, and it doesn't just capture the Garantina fans or the Diamond and Pearl fans. It goes right for that Alolan Vulpix. It's a very nice looking box. It has the snow around it, especially the Pokemon Center ETB with the snowflakes around it. It's a very good display piece for that Ninetales or Vulpix collection. Regardless of which way you're going, you're going to want to have this box in the center of it. So the marketing and the liquidity of this particular ETB, I think, will be a little bit better futuristically when it comes down to it than just a Garantina Pokemon Center ETB. I think it reaches more markets, and I think overall it'll be a little bit better performer 5 years down the road when it comes down to this particular Pokemon Center ETB. It's a nice design, and it will stand out in a collection, which is exactly what you should be looking at some of these investments at the end of the day. Going into number 6. Number 6 is going to be the Arceus V figurine box. Once again, it was a little lackluster performance when it came down to it when it was released in the market. So far, it still has not seen a huge gain since the release dates on it, but for good reason. Once again, we're running into the same situation where this particular item, I believe, is a little early for the fans that would be spending the money on holding and collecting this particular item. Once again, I think in 5-10 years, this item will do extremely well as more of those Diamond and Pearl fans start moving in to the availability to spend money on these products. Once again, great looking box. It has Cosmic Eclipse in it, which is a huge bonus on this particular item. And overall displayability of this box is fantastic, guys. It looks great in your collection, which is a very important aspect when you're looking at resale in the future on your investments. You want to find items that look good in collections. You want to find items that people are going to desire, and you want to find something that will be liquid. When you want to be able to sell it, you can. And this is one of those items I feel that in 4 or 5, even 10 years, will do that for you. It will give you that liquidity that you're looking for in these particular items, and it'll look good in an actual display, especially with the alternate arts of Arceus and all of the other versions of the God Pokemon with, of course, Garantina, Dialga, and Palkia. If you can get all those alternates together with these particular items like this Arceus box and, of course, this figurine box, it will look really good as a display piece, which is perfect for the people in the hobby that are really looking at those kind of items for collections. Moving into number 5. Number 5 is going to be the Pokemon Go Pokemon Center ETB. That's right. This was a really weird looking ETB when it first came out until you got it in hand. And actually, once you get it in hand, it looks really good. I think that they did a really good job on this particular ETB being a specialty set. They made it a stand-outish item, which is great. It's different than most of the other Pokemon Center ETBs. It's Mewtwo. It's got a nice flashy appearance, and it stands out when you put it in a collection or in even a group of Pokemon Center ETBs, which is great. It makes it more desirable when something stands out in your collection. And of course, with the big boy Mewtwo, it's just another fanfare of people that will be looking for this. Granted, this item in Pokemon Go is not a very strong set. The set itself has been performing fairly weak, if not medium heat for when it comes down to the actual set performance, especially a specialty set. But in general, I think that the actual overall looks of this and the actual Pokemon that's on it with Mewtwo will be a great driving factor when it comes to the investability of the set. You're going to pull in that Mewtwo fans, and of course, you're trying to pull in some of those Pokemon Go fans, which, once again, are not quite matured out when it comes down to investing and collecting in the Pokemon hobby. There's still a lot of young people that are not able to jump in as quite as good as some of the other people, such as myself, that are, of course, in our mid-30s, that have a little bit more expendable money at the end of the day. You have to take that in consideration when it comes down to it in the futuristic terms of these products. So moving on to number 4. Number 4 is the Silver Tempest Booster Box. Now, there's going to be a few booster boxes at the end of this list, and the reasoning being is because as we move closer to Scarlet and Violet is going up in price. We are looking at a price increase on that set. Is Pokemon International going to go back and print the older sets of Sword and Shield at a lower price, or are they going to concentrate on printing Scarlet and Violet products, which are a higher price? And that's the biggest issue that you have to look at when it comes down to these products, and how often they're going to get reprints, which means some of these later sets in the Sword and Shield era may not see reprints. Now, Silver Tempest, to me, has a very good look to it. It has a really good trainer gallery in this one, and that Lugia V-Card is drawing a lot of people, especially those Gen 2 investors and collectors with that Lugia alternate art is a big draw, and I think it looks fantastic. I think overall, the set, it's weak. There isn't a lot of substance to the actual set, but that Lugia alternate art is going to be a chase for quite some time. It's holding good value, and I believe that it'll continue to hold good value as we move forward into 2023. And with the lack of reprint potential on this set, once again, a great opportunity to jump in on these and really get a head start on this product now while it's affordable, because it's only going to go up from here at this point in time. Moving on to number 3. Number 3, I have 3 different products here, but they're all the same category, which is going to be the Evolutions VMAX Premium Collection boxes. Now, these came out right at the beginning of 2022. They were supposed to be released in December of 2021. Some did escape, but the majority of them were released in January of 2022. I did not put them on a list last year, but I figured that they needed their fair shot at this list, and they have done well. These items are very good performers when it comes down to it. They're very good, very well done. The boxes themselves are a good display piece. They did a very good job of making the alternate arts presentable, along with that jumbo card, and making the packs look very nicely presented in there, so you could put that in a collection and it'll stand out beautifully, especially with the actual detailing on the actual premium collection box, which of course is the flame on the Flareon, the lightning bolt on the Jolteon, and the water symbol on the Vaporeon. It was really done well, and it's one of those few products that has done really good as more and more product continues to show up in the shelves. It doesn't really reduce in price. It's been sitting between $70 and $80 per product right now, and if you can get them at the store, they start out at $50. That's a really good jump right at the beginning. At least you cover your expense fees for selling these on a lot of platforms and your shipping. Now, from this point forward, as they go up in price and as more people are loving Evolutions, these products will continue to go up in value. More and more people are coming into the hobby, more people are loving Evolutions, more people are buying Evolutions, and this is a great opportunity to have a premium collection box with the only way to get the 6 alternate arts of Flareon, Vaporeon, and Jolteon is to purchase this particular item. So anybody's trying to finish their Evolution alternate art sets is going to need this box in order to complete them. So there's a double bonus for that. And I think that that will do a really good job in the future of drawing people back to that. As alternates continue to be a big thing, and as evolutions continue to grow in the hobby to become a stronger, better Pokemon and a bigger force when it comes down to the overall performance in these Pokemon. Moving on to number 2. Number 2, I'm going to put the Lost Origins booster box. This box is already starting to do really well here at the end of the year. Once again, I think we're going to run into the same situation with the lack of reprints due to the fact of the cost differential between Scarlet and Violet and Sword and Shield. Now, once again, this is just speculation. They could print this to death, but I do not think that they will do that. Overall, this set has performed rather well. It has a very nice trainer gallery, probably one of the best trainer galleries thus far out of all the booster box sets that have come out. And overall, that Giratina card and that Aerodactyl alternate arts are fantastic chase cards in that set. So it has drawn people into it. It has gotten a lot of hype and FOMO behind it because of the difficulty of that Aerodactyl that was done with PokeRev on his channel when he had to pull over 5,000 packs to pull that Aerodactyl V. And it's just one of those things that as that hype and FOMO goes, more and more people are chasing that, and it's creating a little bit more of a hype and excitement behind this set, and we're seeing that growth. And with the potential of a lack of reprints on this set, there's definitely an opportunity for these booster boxes to go up in price rather well. So once again, I think this is going to be one of those good performing booster boxes in the future, and it will continue to do well into the future 5-10 years down the road as a booster box in general. All right, guys, we're here. We're going to do it. We're going to go into number 1. All right, guys, we are here at number 1, which is going to be the Brilliant Stars booster box. That's right. We're going to bring in the Brilliant Stars booster box as my number 1 investment this year. I still think this is probably the second best set in the Sword and Shield era. I know some people are saying Lost Origins. Some people are claiming it's some other ones, but I definitely believe that the Brilliant Stars booster box and the Brilliant Stars set is probably the second best set in the Sword and Shield block. It's the first set to bring in the trainer gallery and had a really decent trainer gallery inside of this set. The second part about this set is that you got your alternate art Arceus inside of this, which was a huge playable card inside of the Pokemon TCG, and it was a very, very popular set item to have. Next thing we have is also the first appearance of a Charizard alternate art. That's right, we pulled in the first Charizard alternate art of Sword and Shield or of ever inside of this particular booster box. And as we know, as time moves on, this Charizard is going to start to get more hype, more FOMO, and all it's going to take in the future is one box breaker to say we are going to open up a 5-year-old box of Brilliant Stars looking for that alternate art Charizard, and if they pull it, the race is on again for this set. People are going to remember that, and people are going to want to try and get that alternate art Charizard, which then you could be in position to be able to sell these items to people that are looking for that. Once again, that's the number 1 thing you got to look at when you're looking at purchasing investments, and why I put this one at number 1 investment right now for sealed product is because I feel that booster box has got the best chance to have future performances out of all the other products in the 2022 block. I mean, you could have put the Brilliant Stars ETB on this list. Also, it's number 11 for me. It just fell off just because I feel that you could sit there and say you want the Pokemon Center one of these, but the Pokemon Center one looked really bad compared to the actual shelf one, because the shelf one had the nice bronze leaf kind of print to it, while the Pokemon Center one was just a flat yellow Pokemon Center ETB, and it was very, to me, underperforming and underwhelming when it came down to it. So if you wanted to, I would probably go with the Brilliant Stars ETBs as another item, maybe number 11 on the list, but I feel that the Brilliant Stars booster box is going to be your biggest hit. I would maybe be watching for a possible reprint. It has to sell out on Pokemon Center, but overall, I think that even if you purchased it right now, you'd be doing really well come 5 years down the road on any of the Brilliant Stars products, especially the Brilliant Stars booster box and that chase for the alternate art Charizard. Plus, it's got that beautiful Rainbow Charizard inside of there, and once again, don't forget that Arceus alternate art. One of those memorable cards that people that play the TCG are going to be looking for as time goes on, and they remember the sets that they had while they were in tournament play. So once again, guys, let me know in the comments below, what do you think about the list? Is this something that you agree with? Are there items that I missed that you would like to have seen on this list? And if so, let me know in the comments what those items are so we can take a look at them. Maybe I missed something in the whole lineup of things that are happening in the Pokemon TCG. There's always something going on that I don't see. and I'm not going to ever claim to be the best. But these are the products myself that I am currently watching for or purchasing in order to fill my seal collection for my 2022 year. I think that these are great items. I think they will do extremely well in the future. And I think that these are some really safe bet items to see growth in your portfolio over the next couple years. So once again, here are my top 10 Pokemon sealed investments for 2022. Let me know what you think. And coming up on the next video, we're going to be doing the top 10 cards of 2022 moving forward into 2023. So once again, guys, thanks for joining me. If you do like this content and you did make it this far, be sure you hit that like button. Be sure you hit that subscribe button. And as always, be sure you hit that notify so you know when we're doing new things. And last but not least, before you leave, check out these 2 videos over here. I will put them up for your entertainment afterwards. And we will see you next time here on Northwoods TCG.